Imagine wanting to play golf, but before you're allowed anywhere near a tee box, you have to take an actual exam. Like a school exam, written test, practical test, the whole thing. That's exactly what I had to do in Switzerland. No exams equal no golf. And honestly, it turned me into a much better golfer and probably saved a few lives on the course as well. So today, I want to take you through that experience. What the exam was like, the 5 most important etiquette rules, the 5 essential golf rules every beginner breaks, and why this whole process completely changed how I see the game. Stick around to the end because I'll tell you whether I think the UK should do the same. And you might be surprised. Now, let me take you back to Switzerland for a minute. I just graduated uni, started my career, and always wanted to play golf on a real course. And that's when I hit my first roadblock. You can't just show up and play golf in Switzerland. No. Before you ever step onto a proper 18-hole course, you need what's called the green card or golf license. Think of it like passing your driving test before you can drive on the road. And yes, that does include lessons before being able to take the test. Golf isn't dangerous like a car, but a beginner swinging a 7-iron with no clue, that's a weapon. So the exam is typically passed over a season and made of 2 parts. First, a theoretical test about rules, etiquette, and safety. And second, a playing test with a golf pro. 9 holes with a score no worse than triple bogey average. The whole point wasn't to make you great. It was simply to make you safe, respectful, and competent. And honestly, it worked. Because what most beginners don't realize is this. Golf isn't hard because of the swing. It's hard because there's so much around the swing that actually matters more. So let's start with a theory exam. Picture this. A meeting room in the clubhouse, paper, pen, and 10 nervous adults learning rules most golfers in the UK don't even know exist. And instead of equation or grammar, we were being asked things like, do you stand when someone else tees off? How many minutes can you search for a lost ball? When can you take a free drop? What does a yellow stick mean? What about natural arrears? This was the stuff nobody teaches, and the stuff that causes 90% of slow play and arguments on the course. So let me walk you through the most important etiquette rules I had to learn and why they matter. First of all, pace of play. Always keep up with the group in front of you. In Switzerland, slow play is the biggest sin. Not being bad, not slicing it into a leg, just being slow. This is drill into you. Walk with purpose, think ahead, be ready to hit, leave your bag on your way to the next hole, fill your scorecard on the next tee box. And if people behind you are faster, let them through. No ego. Second, safety. Golf balls are tiny missiles. They taught us exactly where to stand so you don't get hit. For example, stand behind and slightly to the side of a player. Never stand in their through line. Don't walk ahead until they've hit. Don't hit if people are in range. Sounds obvious, but trust me, beginners will stand anywhere. Third, respect for the course. Leave it in a better condition than you found it. This was huge. Replace your divots. Rake your bunkers. Fix 2 pitch marks, yours and someone else's. Don't slam your club into the turf. Don't drag your feet on the green. If the course is your playground, you treat it with respect, period. Fourth, silence and stillness. Don't be the distraction. When someone's hitting, stop moving, stop talking, stop rustling your bag, stop scrolling TikTok or YouTube. Stop breathing loudly. This isn't a football match. It's more like an exam. Every shot. And fifth, honesty above everything else. Golf is the only sport where you call penalties on yourself. And that teaches integrity, responsibility, and maturity. And it's one of the few things about golf that I think every young person needs. And that was just the etiquette. The actual rules were even more intense. And most golfers in the UK don't know that. So in the theory exam, they didn't ask you everything in the rule book. Just the rules that beginners break constantly. And second, that actually matter for safety and fairness. So here are the big 5 we were tested on and what they really mean. First of all, out of bounds. Stroke and distance. If you hit it OB, it's simple. You go back to where you hit it and add a penalty stroke. Most beginners don't realize this and they treat OB like a water hazard. Nope, it's harsher. Second, lost ball. 3 minutes search. Not 10 minutes. Not the group behind us can wait. You get 3 minutes. After that, it's lost. Play another ball. Penalty stroke. Third, unplayable ball. 3 relief options. This was a huge exam focus because beginners always end up behind trees. Your option First, you can replay from the previous shot. You can drop back on the line with the flag, keeping the ball in line with the flag, or you can drop within 2 club lengths. Simple, but powerful. And of course, you add the penalty stroke. Fourth, free relief from man-made objects. Paths, fences, sign, drains, covers, sprinklers. These are not hazard. You get a free drop, no penalty. Beginners often take a penalty drops for no reason. You don't need to. And fifth, order of play at ready golf. They taught both. Ready golf means whoever is ready hits first, safely. This reduces slow play, arguments, and after the theory exam, we had to prove it on the course, obviously. So then came the big test, the 9-hole practical exam with the pro. It's not a tournament, not a skill test. You just have to prove you can keep pace with the group ahead, stay safe, respect the course, understand the rules, and avoid disaster. So you had to score under triple bogey average over 9 holes. That meant around plus 27 in total. So I remember standing in the first tee, absolutely terrified. Par 5, downhill, OB right. My hands were shaking, and of course, I sliced my drive 50 yards to the left onto the second fairway as I yelled 4 to warn the group playing there. I am a lefty, by the way. The pro laughed, and we were on the way. I thought, well, that's it. I failed. But the exam wasn't about perfect shots, luckily. It was about control, decision-making, staying calm, playing smart, and that mindset became the foundation of my golf game. Because the truth is, golf isn't won by great shots. It's lost by terrible decisions. So looking back, the exam taught me 5 life skills that I still use today. First, discipline. Learn the rules before you play the game. Second, respect for the course and the people around you. Third, confidence. When you know what you're doing, golf becomes fun. Fourth, self-control. You learn to recover from a bad shot instead of spiraling down. And fifth, responsibility. Own your mistakes, learn, move on. And now the big question, should the UK have a golf exam? And a few countries do, like France and Germany. Well, my honest take, yes, but not in a strict exam style way. More like a short beginner workshop, 30 to 60 minutes, covering etiquette, rule, and safety required before playing a full 18. This wouldn't scare people away. It would make the game more welcoming to everybody. Because when beginners understand the basics, everyone wins. I played and lived in Canada, in the US, and the UK, and have seen everything on the course. From people hitting other groups on purpose to driving onto the green with their buggy. So yeah, I had to take an exam to play golf. And honestly, it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. I started with the right fundamental. If you're just starting out, don't rush to the course. Learn the basics and you'll enjoy golf so much more. If you found this breakdown helpful and want more golf and finance insights, tap the like button and please subscribe. More videos are on the way. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.